Hello, loves. So I decided that I was going to do an oracle reading using the Wisdom of the House of Night oracle cards. Now I'm going to read from the book, and then later on, I am going to give everybody a chance to either continue or to stop the video, and then I am going to give my interpretation. All right, let's get started. So first up in the position of past, we have chaos. A storm is brewing and misunderstandings are all too common as chaos swirls around your life right now. My child, you have nothing to fear. I am here to remind you that after a storm, the air is cleared and life will begin again, even better than before. The silly thing is, if you refuse to take shelter, you will get soaked, and you may have to repair a lot of damage. If you created the chaos, you will have to clean it up. But if others are the cause, you must step out of it and wait out the storm. You will be glad you did. A good thing to say to yourself is no drama, which is something I personally agree with. But okay, so we're moving on to our present card, which is listening. Drawing this symbol indicates that you are meant to listen to what others are saying with their gestures rather than their words. In my house of night, there will be a beautiful girl with a skin the color of dark honey, who has the gift of poetry. She is able to weave tales with great detail and expression, yet without being obvious or straightforward. Reading between the lines and finding true meaning are what are required right now. Listen and learn. What others don't say is what is important at the moment. Okay, and now let us move on to the present card, or the future card, which is confidence. There are a few of my chosen ones who have the confidence and courage to live forever. There is one such immortal being who has kept this oracle safe in a castle on the Isle of Skye, to be given to you when the time is right. This time is now. This is your time. The world needs you. Much is going to be asked of you, and as you move through your life's challenges and receive my gifts, know that I have chosen you and that you have everything you need to make the right decision. Walk with your head held high and take the next step forward, your goal with confidence. I will be with you every step of the way. Okay, so at this point, I am going to say that if you do not want to hear my interpretation, please stop the video. For those of you that have stayed, thank you so much. Now, when I look at this and I see chaos, the first thing that comes to mind for me is that someone out there has just been in, excuse my language, a shitstorm. And everything seems to be coming at them all at once from every angle. Now, whether this is a storm that we have caused ourselves or whether somebody else is the cause of it, it's really not important. What's important is that this is something that we have to get through and that we have to figure out, because if we just keep standing there waiting for something magical to happen and suddenly rainbows and the storm's cleared, we might be standing there waiting for a long time. And either way, there's collateral damage and there are things to clean up afterwards. So going into the present card with listening, I really feel like this is more of listening to ourselves as well. Not necessarily only listening or observing what others are doing or saying or how they're acting, but how do we act? What kind of energy are we putting out there? Because it's following chaos. So for me, I'm feeling like a get what you give sort of thing. So I don't really feel like this is necessarily like a separate thing. So to me, chaos and listening are together. So it's like we have to listen to the people that are trying to help us. We have to listen to ourselves, like that voice of reason. We have to pay attention to those things. And we also have to pay attention to the things that are going on around us. So what are people doing to help us? What are we doing to help other people? And with confidence in the future position, I feel like once we can make some sort of heads or tails of things that have happened in the past and that we're working through at the moment, I feel like we're going to be able to proceed and kind of have like a better vantage point, like a clearer view. Like maybe right now we're in a state of like limbo of sorts where we're not quite ready to move forward because like we fear the chaos, we fear things all falling apart. Even if maybe at the moment things seem pretty good, there's still that feeling of the other shoe's going to drop and the other foot is going to kick me in the butt. Now, as we work through it, through the listening card and paying attention to what's around us, who's around us, and we start pulling in these different resources and we start being a resource for other people, we're going to start going into like a sense of, I got this, I can do this, I've been through this, I can figure it out. So there is my interpretation. And thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Love, light, and blessings.